The Twins currently boast the fourth best record in the American League, as you see, trailing only the Orioles, the Yankees, and the Guardians, who they trail in the AL Central by 4.5 games heading into tonight's action. As we make our way back out here on the wonderful field here, forget about the records train because it's about you right now. We need you to give us your top 5 American League teams as you see it right now.
This was very difficult but fun. So at number 5, I have the Minnesota Twins, and I like what I'm looking at as far as their lineup depth. Byron Buxton, 12 hits over his last 15 ball games. A healthy Royce Lewis in that lineup is scary. 15 RBIs over his last 15 games. Also, the veteran presence, Max Kepler, is getting his foot down, hitting 300 over his last 20 ball games. And so if they're able to score runs and defend the fort, they're one of the best teams in the American League at home. I think they will sneak quietly into the postseason. But I do like the Kansas City Royals, and I love my Gates barbecue, so I know they're going to be pushing back at me. But I just think that the Twins, with their offense, they're going to get in.
You know who else likes the barbecue? Bobby Witt Jr. I mean, this guy is putting the Royals on the map. Also, their starting rotation and their pitching alone has really given them an opportunity. Seth Lugo has been excellent. Bobby Witt Jr. is making things interesting.
Pitching has been barbecue chicken to Bobby Witt this year. Yeah, for sure.
All right, number 4, got to go with the Houston Astros. They have fought back and taken control of the AL West. A big part of that is Alex Bregman. He's hitting 400 over his last 8 games. He's got 38 RBIs over his last 66 games. He elongates that lineup, and he's a big factor just in the leadership department. And when the lights are brightest, that's when he's at his best. And so you have him with Altuve and Alvarez. Oh no, Chef Jimmy gonna be cooking again in that postseason down there in Houston.
Houston always seems to be there. Who's number 3?
Oh man, I gotta go with the Guardians, man. Okay. They are fun to watch, especially in the back end of that bullpen with Emmanuel Clase, the best bullpen ERA in all of baseball. Also, they lead the league in holds. So once they get a lead, they do not relinquish it. Now, they're a little thin, in my opinion, in the rotation, but at the top of that lineup with Kwan, Ramirez, and Naylor, those guys, they're fearless, and now they're starting to hit the ball with power. Last year they didn't, this year they are. So I think it's going to be very difficult, whoever goes against them, the Cleveland Guardians, to knock them out, especially at home.
Stephen Vogt, the manager of the year right now, because he's done a fabulous job of that roster. I'm probably going to flip-flop them because of Bregman and their offense, but the Astros got off to such a horrible start, and now they're back where they belong. That's a scary thing.
All right, so your top 2 teams got to be coming from the American League East. I just don't know which order you got them in.
Well, I know I'll make you happy today because you're my guy today.
Okay.
But the second team is the Baltimore Orioles. Now, this is a very deep lineup. They can knock the cover off the ball. They lead baseball in slug and homers. You know, Adley Rutschman's a star. Gunnar Henderson's going to get MVP votes. Sam Dontrelle is a guy that nobody wants to face. And also, you know, they have Corbin Burns at the top of that rotation. They feel like this is their year, Swing Dog, and they've been rocking and rolling and beer ponging out there and stuff. It's been Obey flying everywhere. This is going to be scary hours as long as they're able to get Grayson Rodriguez back into that rotation. That'll be their 1-2 punch. But as far as offense, they have 6 guys that can beat you on any given day.
I like number 2. I don't know if Gunnar Henderson's actually going to get any votes because it probably should be unanimous this year in the American League. Who the MVP should be. I'm just saying. Just go ahead. But it's your list. Go ahead.
Well, I got to go with the men in the Bronx, the New York Yankees. The 1-2 punch of Juan Soto and Aaron Judge has been absolutely outstanding this year. They knocked the cover off the ball, and they're 41-27 against teams over 500. That's something to really be important. They show up, but that's also they play well away from the Bronx. 39 wins. That's second most in the American League. As long as somebody steps up after Garrett Cole in that rotation, they can go deep into the postseason. And I want to see my good friend Aaron Boone have a ring. Yes, I'm going to be a homer because that's my friend, but they need to get it down because this is their year. I feel like they're playing under a lot of pressure.
Train, I'll say this, and Mike, this isn't the 98 Yankees. And the reason why I say that, it's land of opportunity in the American League. Everyone in that group, your top 5, can end up winning it. I like the Orioles because of what they did last year. Taking that next step might be the good thing.
Now, I'll tell you what, though. The Kansas City Royals is kind of laying in the weeds right now. I don't think anybody wants to face them, especially how talented that front of that rotation is with Seth Lugo and company. So I didn't want to leave y'all out. I know you're going to kill me at Gates Barbecue. I know you're going to put extra pickles on my stuff.
Extra pickles? You don't like pickles?
I don't like no pickles.
Man,
like
anything go good with that Gates Barbecue out there. I like all 5 of those teams, even the top 6 teams. Any of those teams could be in the World Series when it's all said and done. We'll see how it all plays out.